From all of us here at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, have a Merry Christmas.
Coming up in the news, the government launching an incentive program to encourage more Bahamians to get vaccinated. Also, it's the end of an era as another major stakeholder appeals for the International Bazaar to be demolished. And a man charged in connection with the November 4th murder outside a club in 8 Mile Rock. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Jamila Missick. Thank you so much for joining us. Topping the news, it's been 3 days now since that devastating fire that gutted the International Bazaar. Some call it the end of an era, as the bazaar that has been abandoned for more than a decade is now in ruin. Another major stakeholder visiting the site today to assess the damage. He says he is hoping that the fire will ignite a level of interest among the remaining partners to chart the way forward for the property. Ramiko Knowles has more.
As president of the Hotel Union, the second largest leaseholders in the International Bazaar, Darren Woods was shocked to see the damage left behind in the wake of the massive blaze.
The first fire, when we got the first report, they were saying it was out front, and so it didn't affect us initially, or what we were told. And then, of course, after the second fire, it was said that we were more affected. Well, you can imagine, even the state is in before then, you can imagine my dismay when I got here in shock to see that it was actually the entire portion of the back section. And I actually met someone taking down the last set of copper of the building this morning when I came.
But the question on everyone's mind is what is going to happen now?
The initial next step would have to be to get with the other persons who have whatever percentage in it and see collectively what can be done. Because you can imagine this wouldn't be something for an individual person to try to deal with. And then, of course, whatever the legal ramifications are in terms of protecting whatever is left.
Some Grand Bahamians are calling for the International Bazaar to be torn down, and he agrees.
Well, I mean, what's left to be done? In all honesty, what is left to be done? I remember, again, I think it might have been as early as maybe 2 or 3 years ago, there was an interest in acquiring the entire place, but of course, with having multiple owners, we couldn't come to a meeting or an agreement of the minds.
Wood says the Hotel Union owns 20% of the International Bazaar. He says now that it is completely destroyed, an agreement can be reached by all stakeholders.
I believe so, because I mean, I had a good laugh. I saw a sign over there say building for sale. Okay. But when decided when I walked in, I actually had to send it back to my colleagues in Nassau. I said, where was this enthusiasm a couple of years ago? To do something, not necessarily at the time to sell, but to do something. We are limited because most of our places in here were closed. And so we did what we could to kind of keep it secured. But of course, time takes a toll on that.
He notes that it is an eyesore and adds that he would like to see that changed as soon as possible. Ramiko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
In other news, Thursday, January 27th, 2022 is the date set for local government elections throughout Grants Bahama and the Family Islands. During the weekly Office of the Prime Minister's press briefing held today in the nation's capital, the minister responsible for local government, Clay Sweeting, advising that thousands of residents across the Family Islands will have an opportunity to vote.
Government plays an instrumental role in the overall governance of our country. The elected persons are responsible for making wise decisions on everyday matters that will add to the improvement of the quality of life of their citizenry. They are to ensure that they utilize their resources, including manpower, efficiently and effectively, that they are accountable for all public finances allotted to them, and that they manage funds to the best of their abilities. This administration wants to empower local government to lead our communities into a new day. In our blueprint for change, this administration has committed itself to promoting and implementing development policies and strategies to encourage inclusiveness and Family Island development. We will further decentralize decision-making and put power in the hands of communities through local government.
Minister Wayne Munro, who has oversight for parliamentary registration, says registration will close out on December 28th.
The election will then be issued on the 29th of December 2021. The publication of the notices of election will then be on the 31st of December 2021, followed by nomination day, which is set for the 6th of January 2022. The nomination forms will be published the 8th of January 2022. The notices with regard symbols will be the 14th of January 2022. The final day for verification of the information on the register as required by law will be the 15th of January 2022.
Now, Munro says all health protocols advised by the Ministry of Health and Wellness will be followed during the January 27th elections. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health launching an incentive program to encourage Bahamians to be vaccinated. The initiative will kick off on Monday, December 13th. Co-chair of the COVID-19 Vaccination Committee, Ed Field, says they are partnering with the Fox Foundation in this venture. The foundation has donated some $100,000, and the goal is to have 200,000 persons vaccinated before the end of the year.
We're at about 150,000 now, which means that we have a big push, but we think we can do it. And if we do it, that means that we've arrived at about 60% of the eligible population for vaccination, somewhere between 50 and 60%, which is a huge undertaking given the fact that the United States is right now stuck on about 59, 60%. So if we can get to that level, we're going to be right up there with the big boys. For first dosers, we are going to be incentivizing them over the next 3 weeks from Monday to the 31st of December at a rate of we're going to issue out $50 $500 prizes a week, and then at the end of the period there's going to be a grand prize for those who were in that pool between the 13th and the 31st of $25,000. So it's fun. So we're hoping that we can just drive the number because we really want to get to that 200,000 number as quickly as we can.
Co-founder of the Fox Foundation, Adriana Fox, sharing why they decided to get involved.
The Fox Foundation is a community-based foundation, and we understand the importance of tourism, and to keep the COVID numbers as low as possible is something it's not a personal choice, but we do feel that we have the duty to get the message across to the country. So we thank the Ministry of Health of letting us partner up with this.
It was also announced that booster shots are now available for those 65 and over. Meantime, police say 2 men have been hauled before the court yesterday on charges of murder and attempted murder. 23-year-old J.C. Simmons of Pinedale 8 Mile Rock was arraigned before Magistrate Simone Brown in court number 4. Simmons was charged with murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. He was not required to enter a plea and bail was denied. He was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until April 4th, 2022. The charges relate to the murder of Charles Jr. Taylor outside a club in 8 Mile Rock community late last month. Meantime, police say 28-year-old Elpidio Thompson also arraigned before the magistrate court in Simone Brown Court number 4 on the charge of abetment to murder. He was not required to enter a plea and bail was denied. Thompson was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until April 4th, 2022. He is accused of abetment to murder in the shooting death of 17-year-old Kevon John, a student of the Beacon School. The young man was shot to death near a business establishment in the Pinders Point community last Friday night. In this report, a noted psychologist is weighing in on the importance of counseling following such a tragic situation. Italia Hall reports.
The family, friends, and peers of 17-year-old Kevon John are still grappling with the news of his tragic death. The young man, a student of the Beacon School, was gunned down on Friday night in the Pinders Point community. On Monday morning, counseling sessions were held at the Beacon School to assist students. Psychologist Dr. Pamela Mills says those sessions are important, as students are students first, and they all go through the same type of emotional trauma that any other individual would. She says professionals who usually work along with them would know how to reach them best.
So you're talking about the teachers, the guidance counselors, the school psychological department. They know exactly how to reach each one of those students. And I'm sure these services are being provided for the students at the Beacon School. But essentially, again, you're getting them to talk about what they're feeling. That's the main thing. And capture that, and then work from there and just devise kind of short-term programs to help them get through this grieving process. It's the same process that you would for any grieving, but you just meet the student on his or her need or level.
She says for some reason the community has strayed away from community sharing.
And in some ways that's good because you can't trust everybody in the community. And in other ways, it's not so good because we used to be a community that depended on each other. Because we're not so much like that anymore. We need to look at our resources. We need to knock on the doors of the churches and other community leaders, and somebody needs to stand up and say, we need to get together. Pulling people together, pulling the thoughts together. The spree of killings in Grand Bahama is uncanny. I don't know what's going on there, and I suppose we would need some sociological report to give us some idea as to what's happening there. I know with Doreen compacted with COVID and the pandemic in which we find ourselves even now, all of those things have rendered people in various ways, and of course emotional concerns are warranted, and mental health concerns are also surfacing.
And she adds that the community needs to heal.
So the community needs to find its inner strength. And there are people there who want this to happen. There are people there who are willing to make this happen. And that's what has to happen right now for that and any other social problems that we may be experiencing. But again, the condolences to the family and the staff and to the students of the Beacon School, because this is truly an unfortunate situation.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Meantime, police are still looking for 28-year-old Draxton Dominique Bellany, a resident of Frobisher Circle and Jonestown 8 Mile Rock. Bellany is wanted for questioning on the charge of murder. Police say he is about 5 feet 5 inches to 5 feet 7 inches tall, between 140 150 pounds, dark brown complexion, and average build. If you know the whereabouts of Draxton Bellany, give police a call at 350-30146, 352-1919, or your nearest police station. And as we go to break, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Take a look at this live shot of the Christmas tree lighting ceremony outside the Harold de Gregory complex. The ceremony is being organized by the Ministry of Grants Bahama.
This and every holiday season, everybody heads to Dolly Madison. Even Santa. Gifts, gifts, gifts for everyone. Dolly Madison is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Saturday.
Come on down now.
Alive brings to you the iPhone 12 64 gigs for $249 when you switch to Alive postpaid. Alive, believe in best. It's Third Dimension's anniversary sale. Take 25% off their home improvement store. Spend $100 or more and enter to win a 55-inch TV, December 10th and 11th. Save up to 75% during December at Esquire. Sale starts December 20th through the 24th. Catch the sidewalk sale this and every Saturday for big savings at Esquire Men's. Phone 352-8816. For all your power and soft washing needs, roof, driveway, fascia board, and boxing professionally done, contact Discount Fencing and Pressure Cleaning Services. Complete house wash pricing starting from $350. Call 646-6180 for consultation. Shop Pandora Bahamas December 9th through the 13th and get a free bangle with purchase. Happy holidays from Pandora Port Lakaya.
BTC spreading Christmas cheer to everybody whether far or near. Move to the rhythm of Christmas Christmas round it.
Did you hear that? Is it Santa?
Get your chance to win $1,000 each week when you sign up for BTC Internet. With the Super Fast Extreme Internet Bundle, enjoy 150 megabits of speed per second and 157 channels for only $99.99.
This Christmas, make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Port Lucaya Marketplace has been around for a number of years. The marketplace is an open-air facility. We have lots of restaurants on property. We have bars. We have retail shops. We have something for the kiddies to do. We have something for the adults to do. It's a family-oriented establishment. We also have real estate companies on the property for persons who may visit the island, or even our locals. If someone is interested in probably purchasing their home or a piece of property, we have our straw markets. We have our crab craft market that specializes in handmade craft works. We have something on the property for everybody. Currently, we have a few spaces on the property that's available for rental. So we're reaching out to the public and encouraging entrepreneurs. Let's see what we can offer to them to bring some more livelihood to Port Lucaya Marketplace. Our hours are basically 8 a.m. until 2 a.m. the next morning. My contact information at the office is 373-8446.
This holiday season, whether you've been naughty or nice, Pizza Hut has a gift for you. Order our Joy Bundle. A large one-topping pizza, 10 Hershey chocolate dunkers, and a 2-liter Coca-Cola, which is $20 plus VAT. Enter to win a gift card from Kelly's Freeport, a Nintendo Switch Lite, a TV, a plane ticket, a Chromebook, and free pizza for a year when you purchase the Joy Bundle. Pizza Hut downtown, 352-9191, East Sunrise Highway, 373-8500.
Your number one news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Lighthouse International Ministry in Grands Bahamas celebrating its 12th anniversary this week under the theme It's in the House. The celebrations commencing with 2 nights of service, which continues tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. In addition, Evangelist Chantel Evans says on Friday, December 10th, the church will host a feeding program dubbed Feeding the 500.
We will be providing free hot breakfast to the community. And the thing with this venture is that it is nothing new on our part, as we have been feeding our community consistently from the inception of this ministry some 12 years ago. And so as we sat and talked about how we as a church wanted to begin this grand celebration and what we want to include in it, we could not leave out our community.
The feeding will begin at 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. Pastor Peter Evans says it is not only their responsibility to meet the spiritual needs of the community, but also their physical needs.
And I pray that even as we go into this celebration, our heart is open, our mind, our spirit is open for what God is going to do in the midst and in the life of the people of God. So I admonish you to come, amen, somewhere along the line, if you have been touched by the ministry in some way or the other, by radio program, Facebook Live, our Reach Out Ministries, Transformers, or our feeding programs, in any which way you have been touched by the ministry. Join us in these services, and it would be a blessing to have you.
And the countdown is on to the Sound of Harmony 8, a musical presentation by the Bahama Brass Band. This coming Saturday at 3:30 p.m., residents can enjoy a blend of Christmas and contemporary worship songs on the lawn of the Grand Lucayne Resort. Joining us live now to talk about this big concert, Bahama Brass Band style, is band director Barry Morris and assistant Billy Dickinson. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tell us what residents can look forward to on Saturday.
Well, it's going to be a grand time of fellowship,
We are expecting that our anointed, spirited music provide hope, inspiration, and encouragement to all the residents here on Grand Bahama Island.
Okay, and tell us why you decided to put this event on and why the lawn of the Grand Luke High-End.
Well, the reason why we decided to put the event on is because we recognize that the tourist industry has been severely impacted, negatively actually, over these past 20 to 25 years. And we find it necessary to come alongside the Ministry of Tourism to re-engage, to reignite, to invigorate the religious tourism aspect of our product. The reality is, the Bahamas, we hold claim that we are a Christian nation. And so Matthew 6:33 tells us that we ought to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto us. And so we figure that there's no better way to start it out than to start with religious tourism. And we find that the property at the Grand Luke High-End Hotel is a premier property on the Great Lawn. On the outside, we'll be able to see the beauty of nature, and it's one of the powerful points of the Bahamas. The band, having traveled throughout the Caribbean and other far-flung parts of the world, we've seen beaches, we've seen waterways, we've seen waterfalls, we've seen them all. And it is our conviction that there's no place like the Bahamas. It's still better than the Bahamas. And so you will be out on the lawn, you'll be able to see the beauty of our country, and you're going to hear some of the best music coming out of the Bahamas, indigenous Bahama Brass Band music.
All right, now we know that the event is under the patronage of the Minister of Tourism. So what would you like to see change as it relates to religious tourism here on Grants Bahama?
Well, certainly we know at this time our product, in terms of our ability to house big groups, has been compromised because we don't have the hotel rooms to accommodate. Nevertheless, we do have hotel rooms here. And so it is necessary for us to engage with smaller groups, to bring them into the Grand Bahama in particular, and to cause them to see what it is we can offer. And of course, we still have something to offer. It's not like we don't have anything to share. We have good product to offer, and people can come here, they can host their conferences, whether it be church leadership conferences, pastoral conferences, to restart, to re-engage, to recast or to cast vision for their congregational leadership. You know, men's conferences, women's conferences, and the list goes on and on and on of how we can approach this matter. And the Bahama Brass Band, this leadership is prepared to work along with tourism and the stakeholders to ensure that we get these persons to come to our shore and to make it marketable, that they bite the bullet, bite the apple, and come to the Bahamas and enjoy what we have to share with them in Grand Bahama.
Okay, and we know the band is popular for its sound. What are some of the songs that we can expect? Any Christmas carols or?
Well, certainly there will be some Christmas carols along with some contemporary gospel music. We have some special pieces that were arranged by our director, and of course our traditional hymns. So yeah, so we have a good repertoire of music that you can look forward to.
All right, there you have it, this Saturday at 3:30, the Bahamas Brass Band. All right, stay with us. We'll have a check on sports right after the break.
It's Third Dimension's anniversary sale. Take 25% off their home improvement store. Spend $100 or more and enter to win a 55-inch TV, December 10th and 11th.
Are you ready to step out with designer shoes or handbags? Visit Steppin' Out. They've relocated at number 4 Old Sam's Plaza. Stepping out when you want to put your best foot forward.
Island Bedding is the Bahamas' leading manufacturer in mattress sets. But did you know we also carry top quality products like pillows, comforters, sheets, and much more. Our furniture line is also expanding to meet the needs of those rebuilding. We have bedroom sets, sofa beds, recliners, accent pieces, and so much more. Come and experience Island Bedding today, where everybody deserves their own island.
Dream big this Christmas. We are alive.
Music, the language of grace and deep passion. I can hear the trumpets, the deep rumbling of the bass, and the classic rhythms of the drums. It's the sound of the Bahama Brass Band inviting us to the Sound of Harmony 8, bringing the nations to our shores. Under the patronage of the Deputy Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, Minister of Tourism, Aviation and Investment, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper and Mrs. Cooper. Saturday, December 11th, 2021, on the Great Lawn at the Grand Lucayan. It's a classy affair. The Sound of Harmony 8. All safety protocols will be strictly enforced.
Hey, I'm D'Amico Nesbitt. Welcome back to Health Bites, and today we're going to help you with your Christmas shopping. We're at the Raven Mall at the Fitness Connection. We got some Christmas gift items for your loved ones. Come on, let's check it out. Some of our most popular Christmas gift items are the blenders and the juicers, because who doesn't like the juice? We got the Power XL self-cleaning juicer, and also NutriBullets and Magic Bullets, and even portable wireless blenders, so you can take it on the go. Another popular gift item is our air fryers. We have this brand new one. It's an air fryer and a grilling one. We also have 7-quart, 2-quart, 12-quart, all the different sizes. So you have a lot of different sizes to choose from, no matter what that loved one needs. Let's take a walk over here. What better gift than the gift of health and fitness? We have exercise equipment, treadmills, bikes, ellipticals, and even weights. Weight set, dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells, and so on, benches. All these can make a great gift that's going to keep on giving, because they're going to use it to help work on their health and fitness throughout the year. So this is another great gift option. Now, if you can't choose from any of these things, we also have gift cards. So if you know someone who's into health and fitness, or who needs to be into health and fitness, you can always buy them a gift card and let them come on in and pick what they want. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next time.
Make your way to Our Garden Farmers Market Fest on Saturday, December 11th. There will be vendors galore with fresh produce, honey, food, arts and crafts, plants, body and hair care products, and so much more. Come taste and see all the products on display at Our Garden Farmers Market Fest on Saturday, December 11th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Grand Bahama Community Park at Princess, opposite the International Bazaar. Live entertainment by Mango. Safety protocols strictly enforced.
Third Dimension on Yellow Pine Street introduces its new home improvement center. Step into our brand new, fully stocked showroom for the latest in doors, tiles, housewares, kitchenwares, bathwares, vanities, power tools, electrical, and plumbing supplies. So stop by our showroom to view our full range of products, or call the Home Advisor hotline at 602-0935 today. We are your home advisors.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Are our Facebook friends of the day. We thank you for your support. And before we go, we'd like to wish my big brother Joaquin Mizik a very special happy birthday. We hope you enjoyed your day. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Jamila Mizik. Thank you so much for joining us. The Bahamas Tonight continues. And tonight, take a look at this live shot of the Christmas tree lighting ceremony outside the Harold de Gregory complex. Once again, the ceremony is organized by the Ministry of Grand Bahama. Good night.
Coming up in the
Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, the Christmas Carnival, a no-go. PMH phased return to normal. The Nassau Cruise Port eyes millions of additional dollars in equity. And the Bahamas Bowl kickoff days away. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
This portion of the news is brought to you by BTC's Superfast Extreme Internet Bundle. Make Christmas sparkle. Sign up today.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Akush Lopender. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks so much for joining us. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has denied approvals for the carnival to operate this Christmas, citing COVID-19 safety concerns. The decision announced today during the Office of the Prime Minister's weekly press briefing. Keishla Adderley leads us off tonight with the events that led up to the decision, and carnival managers appearing prepared for the challenge.
It's a much-anticipated scene at Christmas time, but like many other forms of merriment and pastimes, COVID-19 has interrupted the pattern.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has decided that it will not give that people from separate households will remain 3 to 6 feet apart from each other. The carnival falls into the same category as concerts and other large events. Two main groups that being children age 11 years and younger adults have been identified as vulnerable groups who could be negatively impacted. Specifically, children age 11 years and younger do not have access to any vaccines against COVID-19 in the Bahamas, which leaves them susceptible to contracting the virus and spreading it.
Carnival manager Joe Roberts reluctantly spoke with reporters, but his hesitant comments suggested that the decision is not one that the company has fully accepted.
No, we're going to talk to other people in the political platform, but no comment on anything. I can't say nothing.
But you said a couple $100,000.
I don't know what it costs, but the boats are expensive. Mr. McCafferty, who owns the carnival, he handles all of the expenses. But I know shipping cheap. But we're going to work on it and see if there's any. We invited them to come out and look at it and see how they like how safe it is. So maybe they will reconsider,
But Watson says while the company may have gotten some approvals, key permissions from the Ministry of Health were never granted, and the company didn't avail itself to answer queries either.
Calls went unanswered, emails went without responses. That makes a major difference, particularly in light of what we saw coming on stream with the new strain, that could make a difference and change. No government is going to hold itself binding to any agreements if you don't make, particularly when it comes to the health of the Bahamian people.
In a strong response to a suggestion that permission was granted by the Prime Minister, Watson said this.
Prime Minister does not approve carnivals coming into a country. Absolute nonsense.
There's no word on when the carnival will be required to dismantle tons of equipment. But despite the apparent queries of carnival managers about the future of the event, the Office of the Prime Minister says the decision stands. Keishla Adderley, ZNS Network News.
Well, meantime, a decision pending on how the Christmas and Boxing Day holidays will be observed. Public discussion on the matter arose since the holidays fall on the weekend. It has to now be determined if weekdays will be observed as holidays and how many.
Christmas and Boxing Day falls on Saturday and Sunday, and we get Monday as a holiday for both days. We return to work on Tuesday rather than having a Monday and a Tuesday off. Firstly, this decision was made by the previous administration who issued the holiday calendar. Obviously, hearing concerns from people, the Davis administration figured, well, let's talk about it and discuss it and see if there's a way we can change it. Cabinet it was on the agenda for Cabinet Tuesday passed. There was some discussion, disagreement on both arguments regarding it. No final decision was made, though, because Cabinet ended early on Tuesday. So they will make a final decision on Tuesday coming as to whether or not they will add another additional day or not.
Well, as the Bahamas braces for a potential fourth wave in the face of the Omicron COVID-19 variant inching closer to our shores, the Ministry of Health and Wellness is stepping up recruitment of health workers to enhance its fight against the virus. Here's what the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville said about the matter in Parliament on Wednesday.
My ministry is continuing our effort to strengthen our physical capability to manage patients through the recruitment of additional healthcare workers and the introduction of medicines to prevent persons positive with COVID from being hospitalized. We also plan to increase the number of contact tracers and continue our free testing pilot programs in communities with outbreaks while software solutions are being tested before rolling out our free testing program across the country.
And while the local COVID-19 numbers continue to trend downwards, there are serious concerns about COVID deaths, prompting yet another appeal for residents to get vaccinated.
As we ramp up our vaccination effort, we remain hopeful that we will reach our projected target of 200,000 vaccinated Bahamians and residents by the end of the year. The increased vaccination of our citizens' residents will certainly reduce the severity of the impact of the virus and make it easier for us to keep our economy open and enable us to continue our lives with some degree of normalcy.
The Princess Margaret Hospital started a phased return to normal services. The shift to a hybrid model will give way to more face-to-face appointments supported by virtual appointments. The new policy took effect December 6th to continue on next month. Now, specialty clinics employing the hybrid arrangement include the medical, surgical, orthopedic, infectious disease, chest, and gynecology. The PHA advises that patients requiring appointments to these specialty clinics should email a copy of their referral or discharge letter to appointments@pmh.phabahamas.org. Alternatively, they can WhatsApp a clear copy of the referral or discharge letter to 8089972 or directly contact the PMH registration and scheduling unit at that number. Meantime, the pharmacy will resume normal operating hours, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. daily for inpatient services, and Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the case of outpatient services as of January 2022. Dentistry and mammography services will operate by referral appointment only as of January. As for the blood bank, normal operating hours are Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Ophthalmology services are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Those of you needing to identify loved ones should contact morgue services directly at 322-2861 to schedule an appointment. Well, like many academic institutions, the University of the Bahamas has felt the impact of COVID-19. Still, UB's Vice President of Academic Affairs, Maria Woodside, says enrollment numbers are stable.
As universities around the world have experienced, there has been an impact based on the COVID-19 pandemic. Enrollment at the University of the Bahamas is steady at about 4,500 students. This is such a good university. There are so many opportunities to learn and expand. Coming in the spring semester, I think about the graduate programs coming on stream. The Academic Senate has approved us to offer doctoral studies and master's studies. We hope to have a group of both types of students on campus in the spring. So we're ever increasing, ever expanding the amount of courses and the diversity of persons on campus.
Since last March, UB's offered only limited face-to-face classes with every intention to return in the spring. UB's Academic Senate has even approved limited classes to resume on campus.
In addition to those classes on campus, we're going to see more hybrid classrooms available here at the university. So that means that classes that are even larger than 15 students can have 15 students on campus and the remaining students in the virtual environment.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, Nassau Cruise Port looking to raise $25 million. Find out how you can take part. The details ahead.
And the Foreign Affairs Minister on diplomats for the Foreign Service. We'll be back right after this.
And remember to tune in to the Morning Edition with LaDawn Davis and Charles Fisher at 7 o'clock weekday mornings. We also have news updates at every hour starting at 2 p.m. You can then watch the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, at 6:30 and the National Report live at 7 p.m. All right here on the ZNS Network.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Shell Holiday Extravaganza.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
BTC spreading Christmas cheer to everybody whether far or near. Move to the rhythm of Christmas round.
Did you hear that? Is it Santa?
Bring home BTC Superfast Extreme Internet Bundle for only $99.99 with 157 channels and 150 megabits of speed per second, and your home will be blazing all year long.
This Christmas, make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me. Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Last year, we couldn't celebrate Christmas as we wanted to. So for this year, we had everything planned. 100,000 watts of lights, 10-foot-tall tree, best table ever, custom t-shirts, DJ, and we also had Uncle Billy, who forgot the KFC buckets in the car with the keys inside.
Step back.
With KFC Junkanoo Buckets, you can enjoy the holiday season this year no matter what. Savor this Christmas with Junkanoo Buckets, only at KFC Nassau.
Spreading holiday magic for the entire family.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th Fifth Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
The government upping the number of diplomats in the Foreign Service. Here's Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, on what's behind the decision.
This country does not live in isolation. It lives in a big sea, including the one that we sit in. And you've got to be talking to the world. and the bodies have to be there to be talking to it. It's fine to say you can do all of it virtually and all the rest of it, but sometimes you have to actually go on the doorstep and beat on the doorstep and make your case. And this is particularly so in the United States of America, which operates on a lobbying system. And it's not only dealing with the White House or dealing with the State Department. The governments in the United States have many tentacles, even in the executive arm.
Minister Mitchell insists the Bahamas has to compete with the global community for investments and resources, and the presence of a diplomat on the ground is necessary, particularly in the case of international rulemaking bodies.
The tourism sector here was very concerned about the rules on COVID. But the decisions we make on COVID are not dictated by us often, because they're more powerful actors in the world. And from the foreign affairs point of view, I've said this, Madam Speaker, my philosophy is when a Bahamian takes out that passport and stands at a border, holds up that passport, I want them to say, horseman, pass by. You have a smooth passage wherever you go in the world, for business, education, tourism. That passport means something.
Got a few extra dollars to make a long-term investment? Then you may be interested in a new Bahamas investment fund that's created an initial $25 million public offering for the port's redevelopment. Jamita Swain has more details.
$25 million, the amount the Bahamas Investment Fund, a partnership between the Nassau Cruise Port and Global Port Holdings, is looking to raise this time around through its public offering. The offer went live on Thursday. Here is Kalina Financial Advisors President Anthony Ferguson.
We believe it's an excellent investment for those who are looking for a long-term investment. When we did a similar transaction with the terminal port, those persons who would have invested would now have received over 5 times their money that they have put in. So we expect this offering to be a very good success.
Shares are priced at $5 each, but if you wish to participate, there's a minimum investment of 200 shares. BahamasInvestmentFund.net has added information, but according to CFAL employee Angelo Butler, there are key elements to keep in mind.
Everyone needs to submit 2 forms of identification, proof of address, and proof of your payment. Now, there is the government, the deferral program where civil servants would be allowed to subscribe and have the payments made over a 10-month period via salary deductions. There's also a form on the website, the salary deduction authorization form.
While they've seen some marine areas filled in at the Nassau Cruise Port, its CEO, Michael Maurer, welcomes this new share offering.
I'm excited that after raising $244 million in debt, that we're now at a place where we can celebrate the Bahamian opportunity of being able to own a share of this essential national cruise infrastructure. And that is a first of its kind from a cruise tourism perspective.
He added that quite a bit of money has been spent on marine works that include new berths, and those changes will also see greater passenger numbers thanks to larger ships like Carnival's Legend.
Our occupancy capacity climbs over 30,000. So that helps Nassau Cruise Port, obviously, because we derive 90+% of our income from that passenger charge for each passenger that's arriving on the ship. It doesn't matter whether they get off or they stay on. We charge based off them being on the passenger manifest. So having more passengers arrive helps Nassau Cruise Port.
Again, the share offering opened on Thursday and closes at 5 p.m. December 17th. Jiminy Swain, ZNS Network News.
The second day of Crypto Isle's inaugural Future of Caribbean Money Conference, now history, and CEO Gillian Bethel and investor Luca Vetturini are pleased with the response.
There is a place where you can come from zero knowledge and rev all the way up to funding for a business per se, or a job, or whatever you're really looking for. You can find it here around the crypto and blockchain space.
Basically, there are 2 persons that they will be interested in this. The Bitcoiners, that they are ready into Bitcoin, and the people that they want to know what is it. So we will serve both. We will serve the people of the community that they want to enter this ecosystem, and we will serve the people that they are ready into this and they want to spend their Bitcoin, they want to exchange their Bitcoin for fiat currencies.
Michael Clare of the Ministry of Finance's Economics Department is one of the first Bahamians to obtain a master's degree in blockchain and digital currency. He reasons that it affords consumers an enhanced payment option.
What blockchain allows for us is the transfer of value in a little bit more seamless manner, the removal of intermediaries, third-party financial institutions, and as well as it doesn't require much in terms of the access of it. So think of people, those who are on the outer islands, right, who pretty much cannot access bank accounts or who has no access to banks or physical brick-and-mortar banks, right? A good solution that we came up with, bless the Bahamas and bless the Central Bank, was the Sand Dollar, right? Though not entirely blockchain and cryptocurrency related, it's still a digital asset, and it still allows for financial inclusion, and it still allows for streamlined processes and the ease of transfer of value, right?
Another technology summit set to open tomorrow here in the capital. Officials of software design company Plato Alpha will assemble individuals from different sectors to participate in the Nassau Technology Conference at the Baha Mar Resort. Co-founders Duran Humes and Keith Roy hope to stimulate a larger digital community while facilitating connections and learning new ideas.
It came to life mainly because I saw the Grand Bahama Tech Summit a few years ago, and no one actually picked up the mantle to continue that year in, year out. So what we decided to do is take that on ourselves and have that here locally. Pretty much something to that scale and that effect. I'd like to see a few industry experts pretty much giving you an idea of the state of technology from their industries. So we have telecoms represented, we have payment providers represented, central bank, and we also have government represented.
I do believe that the conference will be very successful. I'm looking forward to networking with all of the persons there. There will be 4 dynamic speakers. We have the business analyst of OPM, Tyrone Glinton. We also have the Chief Group Information Officer of Cable Group of Companies, Dwayne Davis. We also have Kenwood Mott, who is the Sand Dollar Project Manager of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. And last but not least, we have Keith Davies, who is the CEO of Canoe Payers. And we believe that bringing together all of these industry experts will allow us to discuss in high level the state of technology and where we are at and where we are going with that here in the Bahamas.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Time of year again, and Bahamas Welding and Fire has everything you need to transform your home this holiday season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Trim the tree, hang the family stockings, and gift some Christmas cheer to those you love. From assorted ribbons, garlands, Christmas trees, wreaths, LED lights, holiday props, stockings, and skirts, BWF has the largest selection of all things holly and jolly. And for Santa's little helpers, from kids' bikes to motorized toys, we'll make all their dreams come true. Our helpful staff is waiting to see you. Shop today at BWF. We have all the top brand name tools and kitchen appliances too. Visit our store on number 13 Wilton Street and see for yourself. BWF. We're more than just our name.
Having a policy with Bahama Health is more than just health insurance. It's about feeling good knowing that your health and wellness is covered. It's about the confidence you feel knowing that your card is accepted by over 50 pharmacies and 400 local doctors. It's about peace of mind, knowing that when you travel, you have comprehensive coverage and our overseas partner is just a phone call away. It's about the security you feel, knowing that you're an important part of the family.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
COVID-19 attacked our personal and national psyche. We fought back. We adjusted our consciousness so that we could wrap our minds around the impossible and unbelievable things we were going through. But guess what? Nobody escaped. That means there was nobody who was too pretty, too cute, too important, too holy, or too rich to escape the mental trauma and battering of COVID-19. We can allow COVID-19 to destroy us or defeat us, or we can make a decision right now to act in a manner that supports wellness for ourselves and for the nation. So let's act to restore and sustain our personal sense of well-being and our national mental health status. We're all involved. It's that important.
ISL Bahamas is a software development company. We provide payroll software and services for over 500 companies. You charge contribution statements for posting to their NIB accounts. The beauty in NIB's employee self-service portal is that our clients have the power to upload these statements directly into NIB's system, eliminating the manual process which results in delay in posting to our client's account. We are working hand in hand with NIB to ensure that our clients are registered for the ESS portal and know how to use it. I look forward to further technology, innovation, and progress from NIB. You should sign up today at ess@nib-bahamas.com.
A Supreme Court judge has ordered leader of the Coalition of Independents, Lincoln Bain, to pay back some $64,000 owed to Zena Rolle after finding he did not invest or return the money she wanted him to hold in a trust for 3 years. According to the ruling handed down by Supreme Court Judge Cheryl Grant Thompson, Rolle rented from Bain, who was the president and part owner of a company on Market Street. She claimed agreements had been breached, one on April 20th of 2010, the other April 23rd of that same year. After hearing from both sides during the trial, Justice Thompson ruled in favor of the plaintiff, ordering Bain to pay the value of the failed claim in the amount of $64,000. Bain ran as a candidate for the Pinewood constituency in the recent general election. While crossing over to crime this evening, there's another murder for detectives to solve. Authorities say the victim was sitting in a yard on Peardale around 7 o'clock last evening when a gunman approached him and opened fire in the victim's direction. According to police, the victim attempted to run but was struck several times in the back. The assailant fled the scene in an unknown direction. Authorities have confirmed the wounded man died in hospital. An intense investigation is underway. Well, when you travel downtown Nassau, you will see the National Christmas Tree adorning the center of the city. The annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony held last evening to officially jumpstart the holiday season and put Bahamians in a festive mood. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis joining Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture the Honorable Mario Boleg and a host of other senior government officials in Rawson Square for the event that coincided with the Department of Culture's Heritage Month. The theme there, celebrating ourselves, culture is who we are.
Tonight, we light our national Christmas tree as a traditional symbol of hope and resilience, a determination upon our traditions, preserving them for generations yet unborn. As we celebrate the National Cultural Heritage Month, which coincides with our Utah season, we encourage you to cultivate that which is traditionally Bahamian. As you do so, keep in mind that you should seek to find out the origins of these traditions.
Minister Bolag encourages Bahamians to spread the Christmas spirit this year, even in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The previous 2 years has challenged Bahamians to thrifty, resourceful, innovative, and united. We are surviving and will survive calamity, devastation, and catastrophe by the grace of God. Though our way of life may alter, that which is steadfast remains. Our culture is the interwoven fabric of our lives. There are traditions that makes us uniquely who we are.
Well, speaking of the holidays, if you're still trying to figure out what gift to buy this Christmas, a go-to is fragrances. But do you know how to pick a good one? Lloyd Allen offers these tips.
Well, Christmas is about gift giving, and for many adults, a popular go-to are the many assortments of perfumes, or for us men, colognes. But before you go out and purchase a fragrance for the guy in your life, here are some things to consider. Number one, like men, all colognes are not created equally. Know that there are different potencies which make a significant difference, especially based on the kind of job or lifestyle you live. For those in construction, high-intensity sports, mild scents may not provide the kind of coverage needed throughout the day. But if your guy has an office job, is out relaxing, or simply vacationing, then there are scents for that. The second thing is concentration. Every brand falls under one of the following categories. And a rule of thumb, the higher the concentration, the longer lasting the scent, but also the more expensive that fragrance will likely be. For shorter periods, there's the Eau Fraiche, as well as the Eau de Cologne. These can last anywhere from 1 to 4 hours. As you move up the line, there's the Eau de Toilette, which can last between 3 to 5 hours. And then there's the Eau de Parfum, along with the perfume, which lasts anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, some even longer. And additionally, these tend to be on the higher end and can be considered the top shelf in fragrances. You should keep your guy's personality in mind when choosing a cologne, regardless of the potency. Now, for some men, they prefer more musky scents, while others prefer more citrus-based scents. The citrus is generally on the lighter end, while musky scents are more classic and considered more masculine. We spoke with some shoppers on their preferences, and it seems the jury is still out on which cologne works best.
Well, my husband likes Eternity, and I have also bought Obsession for him.
Just something not too strong, but it smells good.
I personally like something with a musk smell, so whether I'm wearing it or I might buy it for my son.
If you go someplace into a store or you hop on a bus or you passing among people, especially the ladies, they really actually commend you on what you're wearing.
Most colognes don't really go well with some men's, body.
I like colognes that have long-lasting scent.
But what are the favorites?
I think Polo goes with every scent a man may have.
Gucci is my favorite.
I'm not wearing anything right now, but I usually wear Armani Code.
Well, I like the citrus because it smells more natural and then people are more familiar with that.
Tom Ford Metallica, and I sample it first because I never used it before, but it's nice.
Sauvage, that's the newest one that we really like.
So whatever you decide this holiday, get your guy a scent which can flex between the seasons, time of day, as well as fit into as many settings as possible. Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
We elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate, we elevate, elevate.
BTC
BTC has enjoyed a long-standing relationship with the Great Commission Ministries. Throughout the year, we are there to lend assistance to them wherever we can. And so as a part of our spirit of giving, we are here once again to be a helping hand to our friends.
The work that is done here, we feed the less fortunate. We feed about 400 plus a day, and that includes 50 plus sick and shut in. And the donation from you guys will make it easy for us to do that type of work. Okay, and like I said, persons who used to donate, they're now clients because of, the loss of jobs and everything. We thank God for BTC, and we pray that God will continue to bless you all as you all continue to reach out for persons like ourselves.
Great Commission Ministry has always been a staple in the community, and we know the outreach program that they have and the thousands of persons that they serve weekly. And it was only fitting that we support and continue to support such an organization like Great Commission because of the efforts that they do throughout the community and the Bahamas itself.
We hope to continue the spirit of giving and encourage you to do whatever small part you can, because a little of that goes a long way. These are still the moments that move us. I'm Corbell Pyfrom. Be well and be back here next. BTC Connection.
When you wanna save money on your tile supplies, who you gonna call? The Tile King. When you tile your house and you wanna look good, who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Visit the new Tile King showroom, which is internationally recognized as the finest tile showroom in the Caribbean, located in the Builders Mall on Wolf Road.
The Tile King. Who you gonna call? The Tile King.
Tiles on everything.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Do you want to travel this holiday season? Don't want to miss out on those blockbuster deals? Well, have you gotten your COVID-19 vaccine yet? Time is running out to travel for the holidays, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine may be just what you need. It's one and done. Just one jab of this vaccine, and 2 weeks later, you're fully vaccinated and ready to shop. Protect yourself and your loved ones this holiday season. Schedule your vaccine appointment now.
Family and everybody. It's a simple act of kindness with you, me, and RBC.
RBC wants to spread acts of kindness during this festive season. One simple act of kindness for our friends, co-workers, and communities can cause the brightest smile. Help a stranger, give a food basket, or call an elderly person. Share your stories at rbc.com/acts of kindness.
Acts of kindness, RBC.
Don't miss the Shell Holiday Extravaganza for a chance to win over $40,000 in amazing prizes. It's easy to win. Fuel up with $20 gas at any Shell service station. Complete the entry form on your receipt. Take a picture of it and WhatsApp it to 422-0271 or upload it at winwithshellbahamas.com for a chance to win cash, staycations, grocery vouchers, Jumbo gift certificates, free fuel, and so much more. Conditions apply. Happy holidays from Shell.
Officials on the island of Exuma are ramping up efforts to get residents there vaccinated, expanding their exercise to offer shots daily. Head nurse Janelle Pickering says this bodes well for those who have missed out on previous vaccine exercises.
having a daily schedule of people being able to come in, register, has worked well, because now every day, you know, if you're coming from work and it's in the afternoons, you're able to come from work, come from school, and be able to have your vaccines done. And then we're going to continue to partner with Sandals to be able to bring the vaccines here for this part of the island as well.
Health officials acknowledge, though, that Exuma's vaccine uptake is moving along quite well. They credit a collaboration with corporate partners like Sandals, who have opened a satellite vaccination site.
Up to date, we've had over 5,000 persons on the island vaccinated. So it continues to be a great thing, especially, you know, as we roll out into the United States requiring vaccination to be able to travel, and just other reasons. People are now more comfortable since, you know, vaccines are now, some of them are now FDA approved, and just for various reasons, people are more comfortable with it. They've seen people who have gotten it and they're okay.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Thank you, Makishla. Outside of our studios, we are under mostly clear skies, temperature 77 degrees, relative humidity at 78%. The winds are out of the northeast at 4 miles per hour. Your barometric pressure 1,019.4 millibars. That is 30.12 inches, and the pressure is rising. Temperatures around the islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. It is 73 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Torquay, Marsh Harbor at 76 degrees, 77 in the Berry Islands and Alistown, Bimini. Harbor Island also 77 degrees, Rock Sandy Luttrell 78, Black Point, Exuma, Kemp Space, Andros, and Freshwick, Central Andrews, all at 77 degrees. 78 in Otterstown, Canal, San Salvador, and Rumkey, Georgetown at 80 degrees. 80 also in Ragged Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay 81, Acklands 81, Matthew Town, Inagua 80, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 82 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FIP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In the northwestern islands tonight, light and variable winds with flat sea. Bahamas, the winds will be easterly at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. In the southeast, Bahamas, easterly winds as well, a little stronger, 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, so caution flags go up for boaters in the southeast Bahamas tonight. Now, tomorrow in the northwestern islands, your winds become northeast to east, increasing in speeds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights building 2 to 4 feet. Low tide in the morning at 6:33. You can expect your high tide at 12:49 in the afternoon. In the central and southeastern islands on Friday, northeast to east winds at 12 to 18 knots, the wave heights remaining at 3 to 6 feet with that caution flag in place. And as we take you into Saturday in the northwestern islands, the winds become zonal. That is winds blowing out of the east at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide 7:40 in the morning. Your high tide will take place at 1:49 in the afternoon. In the central and southeastern islands, easterly winds increasing further, 15 to 20 knots with rough sea conditions at 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. So that caution flag will hold for both the central and southeastern islands on Saturday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Well, the students here at the South Andros High School are definitely not being left behind in the area of family and consumer science. With practice in this state-of-the-art facility, they were more than ready this year to participate in the Young Chef competition. Food and consumer science teacher Sharon Taylor says her students' performances match the excellent environment.
I being the teacher who I strive for excellence. So with a facility like this, I can guarantee you that the students who are going to come here and who are going to work and be exposed, they're going to work at the standard of excellence. I was a part of the finals with my student. She was a grade 11 student. Her name is Hope Leslie. She worked reasonably well. There were a lot of challenges, but I'm still proud of her because, despite of the challenges, she rose to the occasion and she endured to the end.
And so Ms. Taylor offers these words of advice.
Quite a number of persons who see family and consumer science as a subject where students only learn how to cook, but that is not so. All other subject areas is in this subject, family life and such like. So what I want to tell persons is not just see it as a subject where students learn how to boil water or how to cook an egg or cook noodles or that, but it's a subject where students can learn so much. And what we do here is that we teach them skills for life.
And as life is the greatest journey, it calls for great preparation. I'm Adama Williams for Ed Talk. Want to stay in the know? Subscribe. Text 819-BMOE. That's 819-2663. Remember to like and subscribe to our social media platforms.
Your trust is paramount. By believing in us, you believe in the best. Thank you for trusting in us to provide you with a superb customer experience and for trusting our products. As we celebrate 5 years of Alive, I look forward to many more years of innovation and leading the industry with our products and services, all to maintain your trust.
There's something so special and genuine about putting a smile on someone's face during a difficult time. It's one of those feelings I reflect on most during our 5-year anniversary. During the pandemic and the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian, we worked in your community to provide relief in any way we could. We look forward to spreading the joy to you, whether it's through community events or customer-focused solution. We're here for you. Thank you for believing in best.
Holiday specials at Super Value and quality supermarkets include Seabass Tuna, 5 ounce, 2 for $1.95. Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 99 cents. Kellogg's Family Size Assorted Cereals, 19 to 24 ounces, $4.99. Sweet Blueberries, 6 ounce, 2 for $5. Premium boneless strip steaks, $8.99 per pound. Plus a full variety of Butterball and Genio turkeys, regular and picnic hams at Super Value and quality supermarkets.
Life is better with Rubis Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubis Reward tag is free at every Rubis service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubis, it's just better.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
This portion of the news brought to you by Genuine Care, keeping you home while you're away. This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome
Welcome to sports, everybody. It's just over a week to go now until the Bahamas Bowl returns to the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium after a year's absence. This will be the first bowl game of the 2021 season. Middle Tennessee State, out of Conference USA, is back for the second time after losing to Western Michigan 45-31 in 2015. And this year's team is built a bit different.
We threw the ball a lot more. We threw for over 4,000 yards that year. We're not throwing the ball as much as we were then. But I think we're probably, more mature, a little bit older on defense this year than what we were that year. We've got good players on this team. We got really good receivers. So I just feel like we're close of breaking loose offensively. Just been a little bit inconsistent throughout this year. We've got to be able to run the ball better than what we have.
This will also be the second time at the Bahamas Bowl for the Toledo Rockets from the MAC. They too came out in the losing end 35-32 to FIU in 2018. This year's squad features a good mix of youth and experience.
This senior class this year got an extra year of eligibility, so you have what many are calling super seniors, and we have a few of those guys that have played a lot of football here. And you got a couple guys in their 6th year, you got a couple guys in their 5th year. We have 2 guys that are in their 7th year here. They already have their master's degree in their hand, and it's an older veteran team. And that's going to change and flip over at some point in time. And when that does, you want to make sure that your young players are ready to go and they understand the standards and the expectations of what the locker room has provided. So I credit our seniors at doing a really good job of carrying the flag on that. And I credit our young players over here in the last couple of weeks. I think have seen some significant improvement in some of these young guys and their performance. And so these practices are huge. They're critically important, and you want to try to get as much work and as much done as you can.
As Bahamians look forward to the return of regattas, one corporate citizen is ensuring that sailors get a good head start. The Bahamas Striping Group of Companies recently made a $2,000 donation to the Exuma Sailing Club.
When we mobilize to an island, it's not just about the project we're doing, but we seek to become a part of the community. Exuma has become a second home to us as a company, and we will definitely do our part in giving back to the community. We have, ever since we have been here, we have donated food during the Christmas season. We have donated our service to do basketball courts. So this is just one of the initiatives that we will continue to do here on the island as long as we are here.
Head of the Exuma Sailing Club, Dallas Knowles, says donations like these go a long way.
It's been very challenging. It's actually been coming up 2 years since we sailed last at Best of the Best Regatta in Nassau. So it's been tough because regatta sloop sailing is as much about the cultural onshore aspect as it is about the racing. So we've been able to keep the practice on the water going, but the onshore activities have been on hold for a long time. So that's what everybody's really looking forward to getting back to. And I'm not saying we're back to that right now, but this is a small step in the right direction.
The St. Augustine's College Redline Track Club getting a financial boost from proud alumnus Dr. Don DeVoe. The director at Oak Tree Medical Center recently donated $15,000 for the title sponsorship of the track club's upcoming second annual Sonia Knowles Classic.
This was just an opportunity to pay homage to someone who's actually dedicated her entire life. Affiliated with the institution for more than 40 plus years. And so this is just our way of saying thank you very much, because she's the embodiment of SAC pride. She's someone who is hardworking, dedicated, determined, disciplined, sacrifice, and imbued with the spirit of excellence.
Dr. DeVoe says he wants to inspire the next generation of leaders.
When I was at that particular stage, we saw people coming back, making an effort, talking, and so now it's our turn to pay it forward for the future generations.
That's a look at sports. A check on weather up next.
Do you want to travel this holiday season? Don't want to miss out on those blockbuster deals? Well, have you gotten your COVID-19 vaccine yet? Time is running out to travel for the holidays, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine may be just what you need. It's one and done. Just one jab of this vaccine, and 2 weeks later, you're fully vaccinated and ready to shop. Protect yourself and your loved ones this holiday season. Schedule your vaccine appointment now.
spreading Christmas cheer.
To everybody whether far or near.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas round here.
Did you hear that? Is it Santa?
Bring home BTC Superfast Extreme Internet Bundle for only $99.99 with 157 channels and 150 megabits of speed per second, and your home will be blazing all year long. This Christmas, make it BTC. It's the better choice for you and me.
Move to the rhythm of Christmas. Move to the rhythm of BTC.
Do you have so much to do that you don't have a lot of time on your hands and haven't gotten around to getting your COVID-19 vaccine yet? Well, if you haven't, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine may be the one for you. It's one and done, and you're fully vaccinated for now. Yes, you only need one jab of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to lower your risk of severe illness and death from COVID-19. Make your appointment now.
Hi, Mom. I just heard the big news.
Yeah, you know, I actually haven't decided yet.
Look, it's just wonderful that you've finally gotten a break and come spend quality time at Christmas with the family.
Well, the truth is, I have to work.
Yes, I heard that you're working with the town, helping out with the Christmas concert. Oh, darling, it's such a blessing. After so many years as a singer in the show, that you can help do something special for the 50th anniversary.
Yes, it is such a blessing. You know what? I really have to go. I'll see you later.
Oh, I can't wait.
Love you.
Mwah. And you sure she's a teacher?
Yeah, that's me. Belle?
Michael?
What are you doing here? This is my classroom. What are you doing here?
Wait. You're the director? The one they said couldn't write music?
Wait, they said I couldn't. You're the songwriter.
Jesus, so holy, make him love all night divine.
It's that joyous time of year when we celebrate the birth of our Savior. The Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training presents Christmas Around the Bahamas. Tune in to ZNS TV 13 on Sunday, December 12th, 2021 at 8 p.m. for the ministry's annual Festival of Carols. Join our students as they sing, dance, and praise the King of Kings. Don't miss it.
When women are murdered, there's a 38% chance that it was their intimate partner. Talking about violence against women is not an easy discussion for us to have. Some of the common signs are physical abuse, abusive language, and unhealthy behaviors, such as searching through your partner's phone. We need to have a conversation. Know the signs. Say no to violence against women.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, satellite pictures are showing near clear skies over the 700 Islands as that high pressure remain in control of our weather, and that will continue for the next couple of days. But there is a front boundary. It's now approaching northern Florida. That will sink into the southeast, getting in here late Sunday night, early Monday morning. It will bring with it perhaps a few brief showers, but behind that, just a slight cool down. The winds will also pick up behind that, so we'll see some windy conditions behind that frontal system. Our forecast for tonight, patchy clouds, a low of 68 degrees, which will equal what we got last evening. And then tomorrow we're looking at mostly sunny, very pleasant, high temperature around 81 degrees, and your extended weather forecast, temperatures are remaining in the low 80s right through the 7-day cycle. Nighttime temperatures in the low 70s, but we'll start to get you back into the 60s once that frontal system goes through on Monday. By Tuesday, those temperatures will be back in the 60s. For us here in the capital, up in Grand Bahama, they will perhaps see some upper 50s to low 60s. Makisha.
Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. And as we celebrate our 44th year of television broadcasting, it feels great to be your home. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.